Call Halal Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakadash. The honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, as well as honor to the men unto the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect and those who hold to be of that number. This is a short video on concerning the mixing of crown maxes. Look at this crown. Mixing crown max is not recommended. Health agency warns. Public Health England is the agency that warns that it does not recommend mixing crown maxes from different suppliers. As you can see, this was a month ago. Now today, a month later, they're gonna be saying something completely different. They're gonna be considering mixing maxes in case there's supplier issues.
Meanwhile, Public Health England has issued a statement within the last hour saying that it does not recommend so-called mixing and matching of vaccines. It comes as the makers of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine say they are ready to deliver 2 million doses of the jab each week by the middle of January. That's despite a warning from England's Chief Medical Officer about shortages. Well, today, Pfizer has also said there is no supply issue with their vaccine, but new government guidance suggests that if supplies run low, vulnerable patients going for their second dose could be given an injection of a different type to their first. The government's Green Book on Immunisation Against Infectious Disease says for individuals who started the schedule and who attend for vaccination at a site where the same vaccine is not available, or if the first product received is unknown, it is reasonable to offer one dose of the locally available product to complete the schedule. This option is preferred if the individual is likely to be at immediate high risk or is considered unlikely to attend again. Well, Sky's Adele Robinson joins me now. It's all quite confusing, isn't it, Adele? Because you get the pharmaceutical companies saying, you know, there's plenty of this, there are no capacity issues from our side, and yet it feels like our expectations are being managed, that we might reach some pinch points with the availability of the vaccine.
Yeah, conflicting reports, mixed messages, and overall a confusing picture is being painted here of a seemingly unclear strategy from the government on this. And now this latest news that the UK government appears to have...
Yeah, look, government plan to mix and match maxes of different types, not recommended by Public Health England, but they're going to do it anyway. And I'm going to leave it there. You know. You can check the video out yourself. I'll leave the link to this video in the description box. And I'm pretty sure the comments say something. So we're just a country full of guinea pigs. That's how they look at this country. Even as a non-medical person, I won't take any mixed medicines. And the maxes? Is this a joke? Good luck to all the lab piggies. This is Mark O'Connor. Yeah, an expert is not needed to come to that conclusion. An expert isn't needed to tell you that mixing a bunch of pharmacia is not recommended. Mixing chemical cocktails like they're shopping deals. Goodness gracious. Now, this is the 4th of February. Today's date is the 4th of February, 2021. Same date this video was put up as I'm making this video. This video from BBC News. Crown trial in UK examines mixing different maxes. Crazy. They don't even get that.
Good morning, welcome to Breakfast with Nagamar Chetty and Charlie State.
Our headlines today: as 10 million people receive their first jab across the UK, trials are taking place to see whether it's safe to have different vaccines for the first and second dose.
Good morning from Epsom Racecourse, temporarily transformed into a mass vaccination centre. We are live here all morning, looking at how the vaccination programme is being rolled out on the ground.
Nationwide applause in honour of Captain Sir Tom Moore. His family say they were incredibly touched.
Good morning. A fair price for energy or pushing people into poverty. Charities have told Breakfast they're worried about the impact of rising fuel bills for millions of households.
Good morning. The Premier League champions Liverpool this season.
Hail snow across the as we head into all the details later in the programme.
Our top story is that a life beyond lockdown seems a step closer after the Chief Medical Advisor Chris Whitty announced the UK was past the peak of the coronavirus outbreak.
There was caution, though, as he warned that case numbers remain very high. The news came after the Prime Minister said more than 10 million people have now received a first jab of a vaccine across the UK.
The government is aiming to offer a first dose to 15 million of the most vulnerable people by mid-February. The Prime Minister said that so far in England, almost 90% of everyone aged over 75 has received an initial dose.
There were 1,322 new deaths reported in the latest 24-hour period. Who died within 4 weeks of a positive COVID-19 test.
Now having had their first jabs across the UK, the vaccination rollout is well underway. But could mixing doses of the Oxford, AstraZeneca and Pfizer-BioNTech vaccines offer the body even more chances to develop defences against the virus? That's what's behind a new trial that's been unveiled today. The study will involve 820 volunteers, none of whom have yet had the vaccine. All will be aged 50 or older, part of the group to be vaccinated in the next priority wave. The trial will run initially at 8 sites across England.
What we're doing here is looking to see how well people's immune systems respond if you give first dose with one COVID vaccine, second dose with another.
Again, they're experimenting on you, they're testing on you, you're just a bunch of guinea pigs. Right. Public Health Agency, the Public Health Agency, the Health Agency, the Public Health England said not to mix. Month later, government like, let's start mixing them. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there and get a scripture. I just want to get Job 13:4. Physicians of no value. And this is the knowledge they're putting above the true knowledge of Yahweh Shema Shai. The knowledge that they're experts, by the way, who are pushing this shit. See? So, I'm gonna get... Oh, sorry. I was gonna write Blue Letter Bible for some odd reason. Job 13:4. Job 13:4. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. So, Alayal. Comes from the Hebrew word Allah. Of naught, good for nothing, worthless, of physicians, a shepherd, a divination, of false gods. Yeah. Apparently from H408. H408 is Allah, which means power in the Hebrew. God, power, judge. Good for nothing, by analogy, vain of vanity. Specifically an idol no value, think of naught. Alayal, adjective of nothing, of naught, empty, vain. Subset, vanity, weakness. You are vain physicians, you are physicians of no value, physicians of false gods, physicians of idols. And that's what these guys are. You know, in the medical industry, depending on certain of them in the medical industry, they take a Hippocratic oath, and they take oaths to gods like Asclepius, which is the god of healing and god of medicine, and he has daughters like hygiene and that. So I'm gonna leave it there. These physicians of no value telling you, what do you call it, the government now saying it's okay, and you got some of these physicians of no value who definitely going along with it. So I'm gonna leave it there. Hopefully this video was edifying. Until next time, Shalom.